So dear students, in the last class we have left with this problem, okay, and we have discussed the definition of gradient and obviously the directional derivative also. And I think I was solving this problem, that is to find the directional derivative of phi is equal to x square y plus xz in the direction a vector is equal to 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap, and we have defined that how we can find out the directional derivative in a particular direction. So here the direction is given in the form of this vector a. So let me suppose that the vector is in this direction, that is a vector, and the direction can be recognized by the unit vector a cap. So what is a cap? So a cap is nothing but a vector divided by mod a vector, and here a vector is given as 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap divided by root 2 square, that is 4 plus 4 plus 1, that means 3. So a cap is here 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap divided by 3. So this is the direction that is given here in terms of vector. And what we have to do, we have to find out the directional derivative in this direction. So the directional derivative in this direction is defined as grad phi dot a cap. Okay, this is the directional derivative that is defined here, that is grad phi dot a cap. Okay, so what is grad phi? We have phi, so we have phi is equal to x square y plus xz. So if you find out del phi del x, then it will give you just 2x y plus z del phi del x. Okay, and del phi del y will be x square, and del phi del z will be just x. So this is with respect to x, so y is constant and z is constant, so it is the derivative of x square is 2x, so it is 2xy plus z, and here this is x square because the variable is here only y and this is taken as constant, so this is x square and this is x, and the point is given here, the point is given is 1 comma 2 comma minus 1. Okay, and the point is given at the point 1 comma 2 comma minus 1. So now if we put here that this is 1 comma 2 comma minus 1, so x is 1 and y is 2, so 2 into 2 will be 4, 4 minus 1, that will be 3, and x is equal to 2, so it will be 4, and x is equal to 1, so it will be 1. So the grad phi will be, as per definition, it will be del phi del x I cap, so that means 3i cap plus del phi del y j cap, that means 4j cap, and del phi del z k cap, that means only k cap. Okay, so grad phi is here 3i plus 4j plus k. Obviously x is 1 here. Okay, so it will be 1 square, so it will be 1, sorry, so it will be 3i plus j plus k. Now it is right, I think. Yes, 3i plus j plus k. Okay, because the point is x is equal to 1. So now what will be grad phi dot a cap? So now you have to find out grad phi dot a cap, and grad phi here is 3i cap plus j cap plus k cap dot a cap is 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap divided by 3. Now just you have to do dot product with this two vector, and I can take it as 3 1 by 3, and it will be 3 into 2, that is 6. Okay, and that is minus 2 into 1, that is minus 2 plus 1, so it will be 6 plus 1 7 minus 2, that will be 5. So the answer will be 5 divided by 3. So this is our directional derivative in the direction a cap, a vector. Okay, so this is how you can solve the problems involving directional derivative, and you can find easily grad phi if you have little knowledge about partial differentiation. Okay, So now let me discuss about some important properties on gradient of phi as well as directional derivative. Okay, so here I like to discuss basically two important property on grad phi as well as on directional derivative. Okay, sorry. So my next topic of discussion is just properties of gradient, you can say. Okay, so let me discuss about some important properties of gradient. So in the first property I like to discuss about the direction of grad phi. So let me take a function or level surface, you can say, that is phi x comma y comma, this is the property number 1, that is phi x comma y comma z is equal to constant. Let me take it. Okay, sorry. So this phi x comma y comma z is equal to constant. This is the level surface, and if we take grad phi here, then what will happen? The grad phi will be just perpendicular to this level surface. Will be, this is the property, grad phi will be perpendicular to this level, that is perpendicular to this level surface. Okay, so grad phi will be perpendicular to this surface, that means it is in the direction of surface. Okay, because we always define the direction of any surface or any plane is perpendicular normal vector. Okay, so grad phi will be perpendicular, that means let me take a level surface phi like this. Let me suppose you take this level surface like this, you can take it like this. Okay, so suppose this is a level surface and this is phi xyz is equal to constant. Suppose this is phi xyz is equal to constant. Okay, now what will be grad phi? Grad phi will be along this direction, normal. We have to prove it along any cap. So if this is any cap, then this is the direction of grad phi also. So let me take this is grad phi just. Okay, so what we have to prove? We have to prove that it is perpendicular to this surface. That means if we take a vector along this surface, suppose dr is a vector which is along the surface, so we have to prove that this dr and grad phi perpendicular to each other. It will prove that this grad phi will perpendicular to this surface. Okay, so how we can take it? We have to just prove that the dot product of grad phi and dr is 0. So let me define dr first. On xy plane or on a space, this dr can be defined like this. So you can take this dr, I can define, suppose if this is a point and on this surface and this is another point, then if this is r and if this is r plus dr, and you know from the triangle law of vector, then it will be dr. Okay, so this dr will be just dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap, because you know what, dr is nothing but r plus dr minus r. Okay, and r plus dr is nothing but x plus dx I cap plus y plus dy j cap plus z plus dz k cap. Okay, now if we subtract from here r, then what you have to subtract, that is x I cap minus y j cap minus z k cap. So this xi, yj and z cap will be cancelled out, and it will left with dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. Okay, and this is actually dr, because this dr is nothing but actually r plus dr minus r plus dr minus r, and we have written here first r plus dr then r, because r is nothing but xi plus yj plus zk. So the dr that I have shown here is actually this, and that can be defined by using unit vector and the small element along x, y and z axis like this. So now we have to take the dot product of grad phi and this dr. Now if we can prove that, the dot product of grad phi and this dr is 0, then obviously it will indicate that grad phi is perpendicular to dr. Now what we have defined as grad phi? We have defined grad phi as, already we have defined the del phi del x I cap plus del phi del y j cap plus del phi del z k cap. Okay, now if we take the dot product between these two, that is grad phi dot dr, then what you will get? We will get just this del phi del x I cap plus del phi del y j cap plus del phi del z k cap dot, we will get this dx I cap plus dy j cap plus dz k cap. Okay, now if you simply do the dot product, then this will give you del phi del x dx I dot I will be 1, similarly j dot j will be 1, so it will give you del phi del y dy plus del phi del z dz. And you know what this is. If you have little knowledge about partial differentiation, then obviously you know that this is just the Papian representation, or this is the total differentiation of phi, or you are going to return it like d phi. So this grad phi dot dr is nothing but d phi, and obviously from the definition of the level surface, that phi is equal to constant means, this phi is equal to constant means obviously d phi will be 0, and if this d phi will be 0, that will indicate that grad phi dot dr is equal to 0. So this is indicating that grad phi dot dr is equal to 0. And as you know from your basic concept from the dot product, that if two vectors, the dot product of two vector is 0, then obviously one vector is perpendicular to the other vector. So obviously grad phi is perpendicular to dr. That means this angle is 90 degree, and that means the grad phi is perpendicular to this level surface, phi is equal to constant. And this is actually the direction of grad phi, that for any particular scalar function that is in the form of phi xy z is equal to constant, then obviously its direction will be perpendicular to this surface. And sometimes we want to define the direction of surface by n cap, you know. So this n cap is nothing but the unit vector of grad phi, and that will be grad phi divided by mod grad phi. This will be the unit vector for this surface. This is the direction of this surface, that is n cap. Okay, so this is the very first property of gradient, and this is very important property we will use. Basically we will use the direction of grad phi in many ways. Okay, in many places we will use this. Now let me discuss another important property about the directional derivative. Okay, that the directional derivative is actually maximum in the direction of grad phi. So this is the direction of grad phi, you know, and the directional derivative, that is grad phi dot a cap, will be maximum along the direction of grad phi. So let me prove this, and obviously its magnitude will also be grad phi, the magnitude of grad phi. Okay, maximum value. So let me write down the property number 2. Let me write down first the property, that the maximum value, actually the maximum value of directional derivative, you can say the maximum value of directional derivative is along grad phi, and its magnitude and its maximum value is also mod grad phi. Now how can you understand this thing? So let me understand this thing, that why this is the directional derivative is maximum along the grad phi. So what the directional derivative was, this d phi upon ds directional derivative is defined as grad phi dot a cap. So a cap is just a unit vector, or I have some probably I have written it as u cap. Okay, so it doesn't matter, you can write it as u cap or a cap. Okay, so let me define the direction. A cap is along this direction, and suppose grad phi is along this direction. Okay, so let me suppose that this angle is theta. So this is the directional derivative grad phi dot a cap. Now the maximum value will be in the direction of grad phi. Why? Because if you take this grad phi dot a cap means, according to the dot product, that this means actually mod grad phi into mod a cap into cos theta, that is angle between these two vector grad phi and a cap. This is a dot b, just ab cos theta. And you can see from here that when this d phi ds will be maximum, when cos theta will be maximum, and the maximum value of cos theta is 1. The maximum value of cos theta is 1, that means theta is equal to 0. So what it means, that d phi upon ds, that is the directional derivative, is maximum when cos theta is just 1. When cos theta is equal to 1, that means theta is equal to 0 degree. That means the directional derivative is obviously in the direction of grad phi, because if this a cap, instead of this direction, if this a cap will be along this direction, then theta will be 0. So from this logic you can say that the maximum value of directional derivative is along the grad phi, and the magnitude of this is nothing but when cos theta is 1. So what will be the magnitude of d phi ds? The maximum value of d phi dx will be just mod grad phi, just mod grad phi into 1, because the value of a cap is 1. So this is a very obvious thing from this discussion, that the maximum value of directional derivative is along grad phi, and its maximum value is also mod grad phi. Okay, so this is the maximum value, its maximum value, and this equation, this cos theta is equal to 1, theta is equal to 0, is indicating that it will be along a cap. That means this a cap will be along grad phi. That means we have to take the directional derivative along grad phi. Okay, in general we have to take the directional derivative along a cap, but here for this special case it will be maximum only when you will take the directional derivative along a cap. Okay, so this is why we sometimes use this property of this gradient of phi and this is directional derivative. Okay, so this is how we can understand this thing. Now we have to solve some problem based on this properties, you can say. Okay, so let me take a problem such that you can understand this thing. Okay, so I will give you one or two problem, then you have to practice more and more problem from any book. I think for this topic actually Spiegel is very good book for problem solving purpose, though the theory understanding is not good on that book, but the problems is arranged in very good way. Okay, so you can practice the problems from this book, that is M.S. Spiegel. I think you know some series. Okay, so now let me solve a problem. So here phi is given. Okay, so instead of writing down the whole problems, let me give you the problem with the understanding that here phi is given, and phi is here x square y z cube. This is given x square y z cube given phi. In which direction through the point, 2, 1, minus 1, the directional derivative is maximum, and what should be its value? So we have to find out in which direction. Okay, we have to find out in which direction the directional derivative is maximum. So we know is in the direction of grad phi. So we have to find out in which direction grad phi will be maximum. In which direction directional derivative will be maximum. Okay, in which direction directional derivative will be maximum, derivative will be maximum, and what its maximum value, okay, what is maximum value. So what we have to find out, we have to find out just grad phi, because you know the directional derivative will be maximum along the direction of grad phi. So let me find out first grad phi. So to grad phi, what we have to find out, we have to find out del phi del x, del phi del y, and del phi del z. So what is del phi del x? So del phi del x, you can say here 2x y z cube, and del phi del y is nothing but x square z cube, and del phi del z is nothing but 3x square y z square. Okay, now you have to put the value. So here if you put this 2 comma 1 comma minus 1, so it will be 2 into 1, sorry 2 into 2, because x is 2 and y is 1 and z is minus 1, so it will be 2 to 4 and it will be minus 4, and here x is 2, so it is 2 square into minus 1 whole cube again, so it will be minus 4, and this is 3 into 2 square into 1 into minus 1 whole square means 1, so 2 to 4, 4 3 12. Okay, so it will be minus 4 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 12. Okay, so this will be grad phi will be here. Obviously at this point 2 comma 1 comma minus 1, it will be just minus 4 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 12 k cap. So this is the gradient of phi, and in which direction, so the direction will be n cap. So if you want to find out the direction, then you have to find out n cap. So you will find n cap, and n cap will be grad phi divided by mod grad phi. Okay, and what is the modulus value of this? You can find out here that it is minus 4 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 12 k cap divided by root over 16 plus 16, that is 32 plus 144. Okay, so that will be root 174, I think. Yes, so it will be, just you have to calculate this. So the n cap will be minus 4 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 12 k cap divided by this 16 16, that is 32, and 12 square is 144. Okay, so 4 to 6 7 176 root, and obviously this is n cap. And what is the maximum value? The maximum value of directional derivative is also mod grad phi. You know, maximum value of directional derivative is equal to mod grad phi, and that is obviously root 176. Okay, according to this calculation. So this is how you can solve the problem by using grad phi, sometimes by using the properties of directional derivative. Okay, so let me give you another problem. Okay, from the very first property. This problem is from the second property, and I can give you another problem also from the first property, that the direction of grad phi, which is based on direction of grad phi. So this is just the problem here given is find a unit vector. Okay, find the unit vector perpendicular to the surface. Find the unit vector perpendicular to the surface and the surface is given here x square plus y square minus z square. X square plus y square minus z square is equal to 11 at the point 4, 2, 3. So this is at the point 4, 2, 6. So what you have to find out? You have to find out the unit vector perpendicular to this surface. And what is this unit vector is? N cap is nothing but grad phi divided by mod grad phi, that I have told you from the very first property of grad phi, that it is in the direction perpendicular to the surface, and that is grad phi, and the unity vector along grad phi is nothing but grad phi divided by mod grad phi. And whenever you are asked to find out direction, that means obviously it is unit vector. So unit vector is the only vector whose magnitude is 1, and it will give you only the direction. Okay, so whenever you are asked to find out the direction, so you have to find out the unit vector along this direction. Okay, so now what is phi? You can write this phi as that phi xyz is equal to constant. So here constant is 11, and you can define this phi xyz like x square plus y square minus z square. Okay, it's minus z square, yes. So what is grad phi? Let me give you directly that it will del phi del x will be 2x plus 2y 2x I cap, that means del phi del x I cap plus 2y j cap minus 2z k cap. Okay, so if you want, you can put the value here also. So it will be 4 into 2, that is 8 I cap, and 2 into 2, that is 4 j cap minus 12 k cap. So this is the vector grad phi, that is 8 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 6 k cap. Okay, now if you want, you can find out the unity vector now, that is grad phi divided by mod grad phi, and the grad phi is here 8 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 12 k cap divided by root what will be the value? It will be 64 plus 16 plus 144. So it will be 244, I think. No, 244 not. 16 plus 64, 80 plus 144. Okay, so it will be 8 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 12 k cap divided by 144, and here is 80. So it will be 4, 8, 4, 12, and 112, it will be 224. Okay, root 224. So you can calculate this easily. Okay, so this is how we can find out the direction that is perpendicular to the surface. So whenever you are asked to find out the unit vector, and the surface is given like this, that is phi xyz is equal to constant, then you can find out the direction. And this is not directly, the questions are not asked in your competitive exam like this, but this concept of this calculating the unit vector, that is the direction of grad phi, we have to find out many times. Okay, in various problem. So just you have to go through this concept from the book, any book that you have, and then I suggest you to practice the problem from Swigel. Okay, thank you.